Oh my god. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new here. So for today's video, I have makeup sitting in front of me that I've told you guys for the last month that I didn't like. I've definitely tried some of these products off camera one more time to see how I feel about them, but there's a few products I definitely feel need a little bit more testing. So we're going to sit down today, try a full face of the products that I told you guys I didn't like, and we're going to see, did my opinion change? So you guys want to see what these products are? Am I keeping any of them or just decluttering them all? Well, then definitely keep watching. Okay, so we are back for round 2 of trying these products that I did not like. Now, one of them I've actually been using every single day, and I've really grown to like this product, but we're still going to feature it today because I talked about it in a recent video how I really wasn't the biggest fan of it, and that was the Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops right here. Now, this doesn't do anything for my pores at all, but however, I feel like it definitely does help the longevity of my makeup, and it really does help to keep the oil at bay. So I have been using it every day under my makeup before I put on my primer to really help to lock in that moisture and to really help to make my face as mattify as possible. And just to let you guys know, I did pick up the new One Size Secure the Blur new primer they just launched for oily proof, sweat proof, transfer proof, sweat resistant, everything primer. I picked that up. It should be here tomorrow. So as soon as that comes in, you guys already know I'm gonna be doing a review and testing it out and putting it to the full test. So while this dries down, it takes about 30 seconds for it to dry down. We're gonna do the brows. We're gonna do the brows. Now, I have tried this product several times and I don't like it. I just don't like it. And you guys are so sweet. You guys are so helpful in my comment section to tell me how to get this product to work. And yet somehow I still cannot manage to get this product to work for me. But we're gonna use it in today's video because I'll be damned. We're gonna get this to work. We're gonna try. If anything, I might just have to accept the fact that feathered brow just might not be in my future. It might not be for me, and that's gonna be okay. I don't have an eyeshadow palette to show you guys today because I generally have liked eyeshadow palettes that I've tried this past month, so I don't have anything new, but I think this is a really fun series for me to start on my channel, doing a monthly wrap up. So I think at the end of each month, I will talk about all the products I reviewed and tried, to the best of my ability, because I might not review anything that month, you never know. So I think it'd be really fun to kind of do a monthly wrap up, but this is kind of like that, but different, because on Friday I posted a video, a full face of my holy grail makeup, and that is all the makeup that I had recently tried, and I have been obsessed with that makeup. So that's kind of my monthly wrap up for the products I enjoy, and this is kind of I guess the monthly wrap up of the products that I hate. So I guess it can be a 2-part series, or I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys like this, but we're going to go in with the fluffy brow, and this time we're going to let the brows really dry before we try to fill them in. But I'm just going to go over and I'm going to push this into the brows, kind of fluff them up. I mean, some people just leave it like that. Some people really do love that look. I'm not the biggest fan of the look. I feel like it's just not for me, but I know people do love it. So I'm just going to go ahead and push this down. Okay. Wow, you can really see how sparse my brows are. Why is that a thing? Is it a over plucking? Is that what it is? I'm always curious because this is pretty full right here. That's pretty full in on itself, but back there, ooh. So the brows are gonna dry. We're just gonna let them dry. So I'm gonna go in with my primer. Now the primer that I have is the L'Oreal Prime Labs. This is the Advanced Derm Primer up to 24-hour Pore Minimizer. I've used this several times since my first impressions, and I'm telling you guys, it just doesn't do shit. It just doesn't do shit. Okay, my pores are still super visible. It doesn't do anything to help minimize the pores. It doesn't do anything to lock in the oil. Now I do have another one. I do have the 24-hour matte setter, and again, same concept. It just doesn't do anything. So I think I'm going to go in with a pore primer first, and we can use the other one. They're both aqua-based primers, and I do have an aqua-based foundation, so that's going to be nice. But I feel when it comes to pores, to really help to minimize the appearance, because in reality, I've done so much research, you really can't shrink your pores. You can minimize the appearance of them, but your pores are your pore size. You can just do what you can to help to minimize the appearance of it and help to blur But I feel like when it really comes to wanting to have like a really like minimized looking pores, blurred looking pores, you just really got to use like a silicone based primer, because silicone's going to kind of sit in those pores to give you like a nice smooth base. But for me, since I'm really oily, silicone doesn't really work the best for my skin. I tend to get a lot more oilier with silicone, surprisingly enough. I feel like when it comes to water base, I feel like water is such like, it definitely helps to hydrate. It helps to try to maintain the oil as best as possible. But it's just so interesting. I do a lot of research on this, and I guess, I don't know, there's something about when I say that I am oily and I have large pores, it really bothers people in my comment section. Because I've had people tell me that I don't know how to do skincare. I don't know what I'm doing. There's so many different techniques out there to, you know, stop production of oil and to get rid of it altogether. I'm like, what's that holy grail? Because I've never seen it. And I have so many oily friends who experience the same thing as me. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad you guys to know I'm not crazy that people kind of come after you for having oily skin. It's the weirdest thing. It like really bothers people when I say I have oily skin. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I was born with it. I'm so sorry. My brows they're kind of tacky. Okay, so I guess we can kind of go in with them. I'm going to just go in with this Unibrow from Winky Lux. Now, I actually really like this product, so I'm going to use this. It was actually really nice to use. I forgot how good this product was. I recently just started getting into it again. And I'm going to try to like fill this in, but I feel like there's some spots that are like still wet. But you guys see that right there? You see how this glue, I feel like this glue acts as like a freaking barrier, and it doesn't allow me to like fill it in. But then whenever I try to fill my brows in before, then put on brow glue, it just like shifts the product. And I see so many people on TikTok do this routine right here. And like, look, I'm literally trying to fill this in, and like, look, all it's doing is literally pushing my hair down to make it like glue to the face. Do you guys see that? What the heck? I hate this product. This product sucks. Because I've used this brow pencil by itself recently, and I really liked how it looked. It's a really good brow pencil, but yet somehow it is making this look like shit. I don't think I'm meant to do brow glue. My brows don't like it. Like, I don't know what to do. You guys give me all these tips and tricks. I follow your advice, and it still ends up looking like shit. I hate it. Like, my brow looks bald. It looks bald. We're gonna have ugly brows. We're gonna have ugly brows. It is what it is. They're cousins today. They're not even sisters. My brows are cousins today, and oh my God, I can literally feel them on my brow. I mean, well, I can feel them on my brow, Allie. I can literally feel them like on my face. Yeah, I don't like that. That's gonna go right into the trash. Okay, so moving on to foundation. I had so many comments telling me how much you guys absolutely loved this foundation. I hated it. I hated it, okay? It sucked. I did not like it, and some of you guys were like, you gotta retry it. It's such a holy grail. Now, granted, I still have the old one, okay? I didn't go buy a new shade because I don't want to buy a new shade if I don't like the foundation. But if I end up liking it today and I could get it to work, then I'll go buy the proper shade. But today, we're gonna be a ghost. Bitch, I'm a ghost. That's what we're gonna be, okay? So, yeah, I hated this foundation. I thought it looked really crappy. Some of you guys said it was probably the primer underneath it. And you know what? It probably really was. So we're trying it out today with the proper primers underneath it. And hopefully this is going to work, because I'm also using, I just realized, a L'Oreal foundation and L'Oreal primers. And they need to go hand in hand. All right, let me try this out. All right, mind you, like I said, she's going to be too pale for me. But you know what? It's fine. God, this is so pale. Like, I scare myself. I literally see this and I scare myself with how pale this is. Like, what the heck? Like, I look like I'm trying to be a mime. Like, this is scary. What the heck? You know, I just want to give you guys a fun fact of the day. If you guys ever hear water noises in the background, like a rush of water, that's my upstairs neighbor flushing their toilet. I just thought that you guys should know that. That was that. You guys heard that? Upstairs neighbor flushing the toilet. Just so you guys know. I look ghastly. Alright, so let's take a look at this foundation. I still don't like it. Like, I'm gonna zoom you guys in. Do you guys see this right here? Okay, I shave my face because I get hairy, so I shave my face, or a dermablend, whatever you want to call it. And it is like clinging to like all the hair follicles right here. Like it is just not wanting to like work on my face. The nose does not look good at all. The forehead, there's like extra foundation clumping up right there. Do you guys see that right there? Like, I don't understand why this won't work for me. And I've talked to so many of my own friends who really love this foundation, but for some reason this foundation just doesn't want to love me. I don't get it. Oh my God, and it's creasing in my eyes like crazy. We'll see how it looks at the end, but as of right now, I still don't like it. I still don't like how it looks on my face. Like, my nose doesn't want to attach to it. Like, it's just clinging to the hair follicles right here. It's just, it's not a moment. It's not a moment. For concealer, I've used this 2 or 3 times, and I'm still not really impressed with this concealer. It's the Maybelline Up to 30 Hour Concealer. I don't know. I just don't find it impressive. I can't sit here and think of, like, one good thing about it. It's so like sheer. It doesn't come off like full coverage. And I guess I like more full coverage concealers, a little bit more hydrating concealers. And this just is almost like sheer. Do you guys see that? I don't know. There's really nothing about this concealer that like stands out to me personally. So I just am not really the biggest fan of it. But the only good thing it's for is that it just is so pale that it actually can work with this foundation. Like it hasn't like, oh my God, y'all, I'm so freaking scary. Okay. Oh God. All right. I look like I've never seen the sun a day in my life. Okay. So my nose, the foundation is really clinged on right there. Ooh, okay. Well, before we set the face, we're going to go in with the Flower Beauty. This is the Low Light Liquid Contour Wand. I've tried this several times now. Originally, at first, I didn't mind it, but after playing with it a few more times, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I really do prefer my e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. That's actually fantastic. And my Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand, I really do love that. It is $40, way too expensive for what it actually is and for what little product that you have, but my God. But this, it's not bad. Like, it's really not bad, but I just feel like it's not as good as, like, its predecessors, I guess I would want to say. And it just gets, like, kind of blotchy. Oh, no. I guess we can make this work. It gets just kind of blotchy, and it also dries incredibly fast. Like, super freaking fast. Wow, that is not what I expected was going to happen. Oh my God. See, this is why I'm not really the biggest fan of it right now. It literally, like, I don't know. It's difficult to describe other than when you start to use a sponge to blend it out, it goes from being warm to almost cool tone, like a contour stick. And it just doesn't look good on the skin. At least on my skin, it does not look good. And it's just looking like I'm bruised. It generally looks like I'm bruised on the face. You see how quick that dries down? So it makes it really hard to kind of blend it into the skin. And then like when you can somewhat get it blended, it just ends up looking like really streaky, really patchy. It just is not wanting to work. And I'm trying really hard to make this work. I really wanted to love this because it's such an affordable dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury wand. But y'all, this is just not, it's not working. And look what happens to my forehead. You guys see that? I literally like cleansed, exfoliated, shaved my face, everything, and now foundation's missing off my nose. I'm going to do very, very little on my nose because I just don't want to move this product more than it already has. Let me get a small brush. It's not wanting to blend. Oh my God, it is not wanting to blend. Oh my God. I think foundation really did come off my lid. Okay, well, now that the nose just looks a little funny, the cheek, it just looks like almost, at least I can't tell how you guys see it in camera, right? Because my beauty lights are kind of blocking it. But in person, it looks almost green-like. It literally looks almost green-like. It is the oddest freaking thing. Right now for blush, I actually have the Made by Mitchell liquid blushers. I tried this out at a full face of like Heather Tried to Sabotage Me. I really wasn't the biggest fan of this, and I'm probably not gonna be the biggest fan of it now. But we're gonna retry this. A little does go a long way, so I'm gonna be very kind of light-handed with this because I don't want to be too extra. But let's see if I can make this work better and see if I can like it more. Oh my God, why is it so pigmented? Okay, one, she's super pigmented, very, very pigmented, and she's not the easiest to blend. I feel like maybe it's just because of the products that she's sitting on. I don't know, but I am definitely struggling to get her to blend, and all it's doing is just kind of blending outwards, not kind of blending inwards. So we are just not having a moment, guys. We are just not having it. Okay, so for setting powder, we're gonna go with the CoverGirl Clean Invisible Setting Powder. This is supposed to be a light translucent setting powder. It's not. I did not like the setting powder, and we're gonna retry this out to see if my opinions have changed on it. I'm not entirely sure they have because, well, have you guys ever seen a light setting powder look like a bronzer? Like, it looks like a bronzer, right? And it's these weird balls. So we're gonna take this, we're gonna push this into the face. I'm gonna use the powder puff that it came with. I feel like the only thing that this like powder did was help to tone down the harshness of the blush. Now the blush actually looks nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, it looks nice because it has a setting powder on it that really helped to kind of tone it down because it's so bright, even though when it was such a little pigmentation. I feel like one dot will do. Now the blush actually generally does look nice. But the powder itself, I'm not a fan of this powder. I don't know, the way it just like sits on the skin, it doesn't melt, it just sits on the skin. It just doesn't look good. Like, I don't know what's going on with like this V shape right here. I'm missing product, I'm missing foundation off the nose. My forehead just generally looks like pure shit. It just does not look good. And I will insert an actual video like from my phone so you guys can see what everything looks like without the beauty lights. But I'll do that at the end when all the makeup's complete so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But this is what we're working with right now, and I don't like it. I don't. And it's really sad because I really wanted to start to really like these products because I spent money on them and I want to enjoy them, and I just don't. Okay. So for for highlighter, I talked about how I did not like this Milani liquid highlighter. So I'm going to do something a little different. Instead of applying it directly onto the skin, I'm just going to put some on my hand. Okay. That squirted out way more than it needed to.
That's what she said.
And I'm gonna take my brush. I'm just gonna lightly try to pack it on this way. Oh. That did not work. Okay, what if I just tap it out with my sponge? We can do that. We can tap it out with the sponge, see if we can fix this. Right, we can save this. This can be saved. Well, that's a horrible color on me, by the way. This was supposed to be like their light shade. This is not. This is too golden undertone. I feel like this like particular shade would look amazing on deeper skin tone, but on me, it just doesn't look good. It looks too deep on me, but I'm trying to get this to work, y'all, and it is just not wanting to have its... Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I can't seem to just get these to work. It's just, the color is horrible. It's not working, guys. It is just gently... not working. I'm trying. I'm generally really trying. So to move on to mascara, because like I said, I didn't have any eyeshadows that I did not that I hated. I actually really kind of enjoyed all the eyeshadows I tried recently. I have two mascaras sitting in front of me. Now, one I do like, but it doesn't deserve the hype that it got. But it's the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara. I like this mascara. I do, but it's not a holy grail. It's not nothing amazing. I've actually tried better mascaras since this, more that I prefer. And I also have the Milani Highly Rated Lash Extension Tubing Mascara. Again, another mascara that I'm just not a fan of. But we're going to kind of mix the two together, kind of see what we can come up with, see if my opinions on these change. And then we'll move on to lips, and that's going to kind of complete the video. This is definitely going a little bit different than I expected. I was kind of hoping that we would have a turnaround because as of lately, you guys have only seen that I've had some like shit shows when it comes to like first impressions, right? A lot of things tend to not work out for me. They tend to just not go in the way that I expected. But like the last 2 or 3 videos that I've done first impressions of, I've actually really ended up enjoying the products. And I'm like, oh my God, this is actually really nice. So I was thinking maybe I'm on a roll, I'm on a streak. I'm finding, you know, I'm going to go with the Telescopic Lift first. I'm on a roll, I'm on a streak. I'm finally getting products that actually work for me. And this is going, you know, this is turning my channel around, and the universe is like, you thought. See, this is one coat. It's definitely not a bad mascara, but I just feel like for me, it's just so wet. It's just so wet. I just am not the biggest fan of like maybe the brush application, the formula. It's just too wet for my opinion. So is the Milani, but we're going to mix the two together. I constantly love mixing mascaras together anyway to find my perfect product. But with these two, because of how wet the formula is, I just feel like it's going to end up causing like the lashes to kind of like do that. Like kind of clump together and not really like separate. You kind of want to have a little bit of a mascara that's a little bit more drying and has a better bristle than these. Because these are just causing me to have spider legs. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. It is just... it's this. Okay, so for lips, there's only one lip product that I generally just did not like. And it's the Maybelline Vinyl Superstay Matte Ink Lip. I'm just generally not a fan of this. For me, it's too drying. It's too sticky. I can literally see my lashes right now. I can feel how heavy they are and I can see the wetness on them, like gleaming. The lights are gleaming off my lashes right now. It's really trippy. But I just am not a fan of this. I feel like it was just too drying and too just sticky. So we're gonna try it again, but this time we're also gonna use a gloss to go with it, just because that's what I generally would do. So we're gonna use a gloss. I'm gonna go in with my favorite lip liner ever, which is the Bourbon lip liner from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I'm gonna quickly line my lips. Okay, and then we're gonna go in with the Vinyl Superstay. It's a pretty color. I will say it's a pretty color. I just feel like for me, this type of formula just needs a gloss on it for me to like it. Otherwise, by itself, it sucks. Now that it's dried down, look at this. You guys see that? It feels like glue. It is so uncomfortable. So I'm gonna put a gloss on, and I think for the gloss, I could either go in with one of the Laura Lee Los Angeles glosses because these are incredible. I also have the NYX Big Fat Oils. These are also incredible. And then I have my also favorite, the CoverGirl Clean Yummy Glosses. These are also super incredible as well. They're just absolutely fantastic. For today, just because you guys really haven't seen me use these on my channel, we're going to go in with the NYX Fat Oil Glosses right here. I'm going to go in with this shade called Follow Back. I think this is a really pretty like brown with like a little bit of sparkle in it. We're going to take this and we're going to start to put this on the lip. This should definitely add some hydration and get that stickiness just to go away, because I cannot stand a sticky lip with a passion. It just drives me freaking crazy. So let's put this on. Oh my God, that is so much better. Like so much better. So let me go ahead and zoom you guys out, and then I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of what I think of these products. Guys, so this is the final look. Let's just do a quick rundown of these products. The Glow Recipe product, I think it's great for oily skin. I think it does a great job at mattifying the skin underneath to really help to control the oil. I've thoroughly been enjoying this. It does nothing for the pores, but I think it's great as a mattifier. The two primers right here, I have tried them several times off camera. They just don't work. My skin gets super oily. My pores are super visible, and I just feel like generally it doesn't do anything. It's really heavily scented with perfume, and I don't know. I tried them, and I don't think they're wowing in the slightest. Will I use them again? Probably, but yeah, they're not wowing at all. The foundation. Guys, I don't like this foundation. Okay, so this is my skin. This is my skin up close. Like, it just does not look good at all. Like, it's clinging to like random spots. I'm trying to get the light to be on it. Random spots on my face. It just doesn't look good. I'm so sorry, guys. I know you guys wanted to like, you know, me to like this and whatnot, but I just generally cannot get this to work for me. I'm trying, but it's just, I mean, look at the forehead, right? Look at that forehead. I don't like the product. I just feel like it just doesn't work for my skin. I don't know. My skin just doesn't like it. And I really wanted to like it because some of you guys loved it. Some of my friends said they really loved it, but for me personally, I just don't like it. I just feel like it's clinging onto random portions of my face. My fine lines come through like crazy. It's just, it's not good. And granted, I'm not even going to count the color match because that's my fault, but the product itself just does not want to work for me. So unfortunately, this is a foundation that is just, it's not for me. I don't like it. I'm not even gonna bother getting the correct shade. This will end up being decluttered just because I cannot get it to work with me. I'm so sorry. This sucks. I've tried it so many times and I can't get it to work. It sucks. The concealer, I'm not impressed. It's too sheer. It just sheared itself out. It doesn't have longevity. It definitely does crease and crack. It definitely does crease under the eye, settles into fine lines. It's nothing wowing in my opinion. The setting powder, it's trash. It's trash. I don't like it. I don't like it. It just doesn't do anything to my skin at all. It just kind of sits on top of the skin. It doesn't even bother to like melt into the skin. It just, it budges the makeup underneath. It's just, it's not for me. Not for me. The Flower Bomb, I just think that for me, it just, the way that it just kind of transformed its shade into like a contour wand, the way that it just kind of transforms itself, it looks a little bit more, you know, gray tone than bronzy. It just, it dries too quickly, and I just, unfortunately, I'm not a fan of it. I like my other ones so much more, so unfortunately this one will have to go. The blush, I don't mind the blush. I think the way that the blush got mixed in after the setting powder and the highlighter, the blush is actually not bad. I feel like I'd have to use this on a different base. Very, 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 very light-handed, but it's not a bad bronze. It's not a bad blush. I think it looks really pretty right now on the skin. I do like it. I don't like it. I think just for me, it's just, it's not the right color. So unfortunately, it's not for me, so I'm gonna have to let this one go. The mascaras, you guys can clearly see that they speak for themselves. They just kind of like push themselves down. And granted, I do mix the two products together, but I really wanted to because I always mix all my mascaras together. But for me, they're so wet. They just have a hard time staying on my lashes because they bring the lashes down because of how wet the formula is. It takes forever for it to dry down. And when it does, it's just not pretty. It's not pretty, and I really wanted to enjoy it. I'll probably end up keeping the telescopic lip and mixing this with other ones. For the Milani one, it's just too wet in my opinion. And then last but not least, we have the vinyl lipstick. I think it's a really pretty color. I think it's really pretty. I'm gonna hold on to this because I like it with the gloss. So the lip oil right now from NYX is making it look so freaking pretty. It is so comfortable on the lips. And I know because of how sticky this formula is, it's not gonna budge. Like I know that when I go to eat my lunch after this, the lip oil may come off, but this bad boy, she ain't going nowhere. She is here to stay. She's here to play. So I think of all the products I try, I only really end up liking the 4 products right here. Everything else is kind of a miss for me in my opinion, but that's kind of the beauty of this new series that I'm doing of retrying the products 1 month later to see, has my opinions changed? Are they still the same? And for the most part, my opinions are still the same on most of these products, but at least my opinion has changed on a 4 of them. And that's good. Like that's why I like doing this. So let me know if you guys like this style video. It's a great way for me to retest the products that I didn't like and to kind of go over ones that I still did like. I just feel like it's so fun, and it's a great way to not be wasteful of the products that I bought. But I'm so sorry these products did not work for me. If they work for you, that's amazing. They just don't work for me, and that's okay. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys like this video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's Art for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye. Hey guys, so for today's video, I have so much makeup sitting in front of me. So for today's video, I have makeup sitting in front of me that so pore smooth blur.